Welcome back to 5 award-winning minutes with Steven Seidel. We have some amazing individuals on the show today. We have Matt Wolff from Ticket Time Machine, and we also have Stan Parker from Winstonstarts. Let's get right into it, guys. Thanks for joining the show. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, Steven. Happy to be here.
Thank you, Steven.
Great. Thank you, Stan. So I'm gonna start with Matt. We go back, a couple of years, I believe, or so. Tell us a little bit about Ticket Time Machine. Obviously, it's a great name. What was the idea that sparked in your brain, and how did you start your company? And give us a little bit of history about what it is that you do.
Yeah, so Ticket Time Machine is keeping the printed memory alive with our physical keepsakes. It started out because I was at a game and I didn't have a ticket. Edinson Volquez throws a no-hitter for the Marlins, and the announcer says, if you want to print a ticket, come to the box office. Well, I say, this is great. Can you put Edinson Volquez no-hitter on there? And they said that they couldn't, and I know that they could because my background was in ticket printing, and that's how the idea started out. Just wanted to be able to customize old school tickets that people were giving out. It evolved to now badges and VIP passes and magnets and all other type of stuff. But essentially, we're keeping the printed memory alive with our physical keepsakes. Some are animated, some are foil. But that's basically what we aim to do: enhance the fan experience, help brands and events and teams and leagues and artists engage with their fans.
That's great. And in terms of keeping the dream alive and, helping companies and individuals, Stan, you do something similar a little bit north of Florida. You're in Winston-Salem. Tell us about Winstonstarts and the accelerator and how you help businesses scale. So, for example, if Matt was there, how would you help a business, with your accelerator?
Sure. I love your business, Matt. But Winstonstarts has been around about 6 years. We're an accelerator to help startup founders start and scale their businesses. We do that several ways. One, we have some great space here. We've got about 35,000 square feet in downtown Winston-Salem with everything you need in an office: Wi-Fi connection, desk, conference rooms, video conferencing capability. We've got access even to a fitness center if you have time to do that. And we've been doing this for about 6 years. So we have space. We have about 100 mentors who volunteer to help these founders out. We do a little bit of educational programming, helping them, prepare them to, say, raise money and go to market. We do some networking events and workshops and speaker series.
That's great. And when it comes to a startup or somebody who is beginning their company, I know Matt can attest to this. There's a lot that we don't know. So Matt, you obviously have a background in ticketing. What were some of the challenges that you saw or that you've seen as you've been growing Ticket Time Machine? Is it partnerships? Is it, the physical production? Where have you seen some of these hurdles?
Well, I think the biggest difference is that it's your world. I was in sales a long time. If I got a no, I wanted to get as many sales as I can, but I knew that I would be okay. And starting at zero of your own company, it's tough. You get a lot more no's, a lot of non-answers, and really have to build it from scratch. So that's probably the biggest obstacle that it was for me. And but I told myself, no matter what, I'm going to push through all of these obstacles and keep going. I had a lot of ideas back in my earlier years, and just every time I hit that first roadblock, I kind of stopped. So this time I said, look, this is an idea. It's going to work. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make it happen.
Yeah, real quick. What was the biggest yes that you received while you were building your company? And then I'm going to jump over to Stan.
It was probably the Bananas. They trusted us to do their K Club and VIB badges, and that was one of the biggest yeses that we got. Also did some special stuff for the Florida Panthers and their playoff hunt. So to get such big brands and properties to believe in what you do is it's a pretty good feeling.
That's great. Persistence. And he was speaking of the Savannah Bananas, the baseball team. To go over to you, Stan, in terms of that persistence, what are some of the key mentalities or the tools that you encourage the founders at Winstonstarts to participate in, whether or not they're, tools or, mental discipline? How do you encourage your founders to keep steadfast in their journey?
Yes. And you have to be resilient. One of the things we deal with right up front a lot of times as founders, will have an idea, and we want to make sure they've gone out and talked to folks about it, to make sure that there's somebody out there who may have a problem that they're solving, that they're willing to pay for that, and do that. We call it idea validation. So we've got processes we go through to help them do that before they spend a whole lot of time and money. Or maybe they'll tweak that idea after they've talked to enough folks, and then they can come back and start with a prototype or a beta product or something that they can go out and get product validation on. So it's regardless of the product, there's kind of a process that we encourage them to go through that all starts with the customer, and to make sure that what they're doing, what they're getting ready to spend a lot of their time and energy and life on is something that someone wants.
That's amazing. It's all about putting the audience first. Just like here at the Daily News Network, we put our audience first. But if you'd like to learn more about Stan or Matt, please visit dailynewsnetwork.com, and you can learn more about their businesses. Gents, thanks so much for joining today.